Hello, good morning. Past simple. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the past simple. But first, let's talk about verbs and as its past forms. English verbs are classified in two groups: irregular verbs and regular verbs. These are some examples of the most common verbs. Irregular verbs form the past four different ways. We can group irregular verbs by comparing the infinitive, the past, and the past participle. In the first groups, the verbs where all the three forms are the same. For example, the verb could. Could is the same for infinitive, for past and past participle. In the second group, verbs with the same form in the infinitive and the past participle. For example, come, the verb come is the same come for infinitive and for past participle. And the past is came. In the third group, the verbs with the same form for the past simple and past participle. For example, bring is for infinitive and brought is for past and past participle. In the fourth group, the verbs are different in all three forms. In this case is, for example, the verb do. Do is for present, did is for past, and done is for past participle. So, now we are going to talk about regular verbs. The regular verbs form the past only adding the ending ed. The ending ed. In all the verbs, only adding these two letters, ed. But exist some rules for spelling and some rules for pronunciation. First, we are going to talk about spelling rules. If the verbs finish in a letter E, for example, the verb live, in this case, only add at the end the letter D. In other examples of verbs, if the verb ends in a Y but preceding a letter, we change the Y for letter I, and after that adding the ending ed. For example, study ends in Y, and after Y is the letter D. In this case, change the Y for letter I and adding ed. And say study, past studied. In other cases, for example, if the verb ending in a consonant, stressed consonant, we double the consonant and adding ed. For example, stopped, stopped, and transmit, transmit. These are some rules of spelling. And now we are going to talk about pronunciation rules. In all regular verbs, in past end with id, but These verbs are classified in two groups when I talk about pronunciation. The group A include verbs with ending in a voiceless sounds. Verbs with letter P, K, S, H, F, X, H. All these verbs, when I adding ed, we pronounce ed as T. In this case, the letter E is silent. We don't pronounce and only says T. For example, the verb ask. Ask and in key is a voiceless sound, adding ed, but I pronounce asked, like a T, asked. In the group B are verbs with voice sounds. Voice sounds are the consonants L, B, N, M, R, D, V, G, W, Y like a consonant, Z, and when finished in vowels, diphthongs. In these verbs, we add in ed and pronunciation like the. The letter E is silent too. For example, allow, finish, W, voice sound, adding ID and pronunciate allowed with sound D. And the group C is verbs with ending in T or D. When the verbs ending in T or D, we add in ed and pronunciation complete, ed. See? In this case, the E is not silent. We pronounce this vowel. For example, need, needed. The verb need ending in D, and we say needed. Now, we are going to listen the CD audio about the pronunciation of regular verbs. And after listen, we are going to repeat and practice the pronunciation and listen carefully for difference is a T sounds or D sound or ED sound. And after that, we are going to make the activity of our textbooks. Thanks. Goodbye.